welcome to On Campus, the show on the net about the net. We have a wonderful show for you guys tonight. I'm here with my newfound BFF, Gerald Delia and Chris Reynolds.
Hey.
To start this off, we have a story that all of America is going to be talking about tomorrow. The interview with Bruce Jenner. The Kardashian-Jenner family has been in the public eye for the last 7 years, and now Bruce Jenner finally gets his chance to share his story.
One second. There we go.
Friday night, April 24th on ABC.
My whole life has been getting me ready for this.
Bruce Jenner, the interview, the journey, the decisions, the future. The Diane Sawyer exclusive. Friday, April 24th on ABC.
So Diane Sawyer's highly anticipated 2-hour interview special will air this Friday, tomorrow. ABC has now confirmed nor denied that this interview is about his gender identity. Despite this huge, especially with all the paparazzi following his transition from a man to a woman. There has not been a lot of promotional video for it, but we did manage to snag one.
Okay, you can go talk stuff. Go ahead.
So, take it away.
Well, okay, so my initial thoughts about it, I'm trying to decide whether Bruce is very secure with himself that he could come out and talk, or maybe he's ultra insecure about himself, you know?
So how long has it been since he's like actually come out and had this operation?
I don't know, we don't know yet. So the sit-down interview with Diane Sawyer is going to happen tomorrow. So then we'll figure out, you know, what's going on with him, because he's been in the news. His whole family has actually been in the news. And is it all right if you read the Twitter for me?
Yes, we do. We have a tweet from a girl named Christina. She says, hashtag Bruce Jenner. I hope he finds the peace and serenity after this interview, no matter how many people feel he's doing something wrong.
Yeah, I think it really, we cannot judge people based on whatever they do, really. It's not really for us to judge.
So true. It's one thing, like when you're in this media spotlight and it's like, you know, you're trying to be what the world wants you to be, but it's like now he's being himself, you know, so fine, this is what makes him happy, do what makes you happy. And like the lady says, I hope you find the peace and serenity that you seek.
Yeah, so like their whole family is full of, you know, like their self-image. It's very important.
That's
so even we have a tweet about Kylie Jenner, because she was in the news too. So it says by Jackie Appleby, I guess I don't understand why people are doing the Kylie Jenner challenge. Like, why on God's green earth would you want to look like her? I don't know, man. Because we've all seen like that Kylie Jenner challenge with the lips, with the shot glass and whatnot.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't? You got to go. Sorry. It's kind of gross. But I'm going to go to Topsy real quick. So this is showing the analytics about the past hour, Kylie versus Bruce Jenner. So as we can see,
This is like up to the minute, like what's happening right now.
Right now.
Okay.
So within the past hour, Kylie has gotten about 3,700 tweets.
Wow.
So now I'm going to go check with her pops, 4,500 tweets in the past 2 hours. Oh, okay, I get it. So Kylie's still in the lead because this is within the past 2 hours.
Oh.
So Kylie's was in the past hour. So even though he has an interview tomorrow, it seems as if that she's more popular. Why is that? I don't know.
Because more younger people.
That's his daughter, right?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 15 years old.
Yeah.
So she's the new Jenner.
See the pics now. Now you got it right,
Oh,
Chris.
oh, that's ugly. Oh, that's
Yeah, but
just
her lip is
disgusting.
okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, moving right along. With the escalating tension between cops and publics in the scene nowadays, have you seen this latest video of police overstepping their boundaries? Take a look at this. Now, this video, which was filmed by another woman across the street, posted on YouTube and shows a woman using her cell phone to legally record a law enforcement operation. Now, this event happened Sunday, and the lady in the video states that it is perfectly legal and within her God-given constitutional rights to videotape the police action if she so chooses. Brrr. Now, after watching this video, many unanswered questions arise and remain unanswered. One of which is, do you think the cop, no, I'm sorry, the U.S. Federal Marshal, so let's try this again. Do you think it is in his jurisdiction to smash the lady's cell phone, or do you think he was just wrong? Question.
Yeah. I first of all, like, anybody shouldn't damage other people's property and be rude to begin with, and then not to mention that this person is a federal marshal that's supposed to protect people.
So because he's a federal marshal, they get to do things other folks don't get to do, like speeding down the street and so forth. I know. Is it in his jurisdiction to do this?
No.
No. I mean, it's your own property. And I'm going to read a tweet by Janice, and it says, I want the American people to know that you have the right to videotape the police.
Yes.
See, so
Yeah.
a lot of people are kind of quick to just listen to the police because they are an authority, but you can't blindly listen all the time. You have to think for yourself.
Citizens have to know their rights and what they can and what they do and don't have to do. For example, there was a story about a year ago of this one kid who was pulled over by a police car. Okay, driving, got pulled over, and the police approached the car and he says, "Oh, can I see your cell phone?" And like a fool, the kid gives him his phone. And so, I mean, he got busted for like a bunch of other stuff, pot, weed, and God knows what else. But he also got trumped up charges because he had pictures of stolen items on his phone.
Yeah.
And so the key point here is he didn't have to give him his phone because he didn't have to.
Yeah, but just like Gerald said, that we respect the authority, we respect the police, we think they are protecting us and everything, that we should trust them. Who else we gonna trust if we can't trust the police to protect us? But right now everything is changing. I don't know, like because the social media, the video, the smartphone is so available.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's good
speaking of captured footage from home and on your couch, you too can be on the hunt for the Loch Ness Monster. Gerard, tell us more about that, would you?
Yeah, that fabled Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster is real, or is it at least that's what Google's trying to prove?
Really?
Yep. Through the years of mythical stories and unproven evidence of sightings, Google announced they will try to put an end to this question. So is the Loch Ness Monster mythical or real?
Mythical.
Google Street View's cameras are located above and below Scotland's lake, where there have been previous sightings. Google also put like a live footage on the public site for everyone to see. Based on the famous photograph in 1934, it's a grainy black and white silhouette of the creature sloping into the rippled water. Is still causing a ripple, a sensation. The figure in the picture was revealed later that it was a hoax. It's just a traditional, elaborate hoax made up of images of the monster. The latest image of the Loch Ness Monster shows something big reaching the surface of the water, causing large and long wake before disappearing into the water. Let's see. I have a whether.
Well, you know what? I think we have a tweet over here from a Dr. Bruce. It says, finally, proof of hashtag Nessie. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, hashtag Loch Ness, hashtag Nessie. So they say we finally have proof because, stories are passed down from generation to generation. Yeah. Stories, mythological, gods and beings and so forth. And this was just another one of the myths that people have always wondered because, it's in the, someplace we've never gone before. It's like we've never seen it. Yeah. Scotland? Scottish Scotland?
Yeah, so right now I have on the iPad, it's showing Google Street View of these the places in Scotland. So let's click one of them right now. Maybe we could catch the Loch Ness Monster.
So are these like pictures like live pictures of now?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Modern technology. Don't
See
you
anything?
love it?
See anything? No? Susie, you have better eyes than me.
No, I don't see anything yet.
No,
Okay, we'll try a couple more.
We'll have to look under the water. Do
Yeah,
they have any water?
I know Google has that too also. So we can check that out later. Let me check one more. What picture looks good? Deepest point in the lock.
Now, mind you, back in the days when they first started, the myths and rumors and stories of the Loch Ness Monster, they didn't have the technology we have today. Even back in my mom and dad's day, they were the ones who grew up without Google. Hello, we have Google. We have Google Street Map.
Yeah. So since the advent of like our mobile phones, we could take pictures everywhere. So they've done a study where people who have these people nowadays don't believe these fables anymore. So because we have all the cameras and we can't.
Exactly.
If it's not on my camera, it's not real to me.
Exactly. They
Yeah,
say.
that's right.
They say.
The editing program.
They say you want to say this is real? Prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this really gonna help us, the Google, because I trust Google more.
Yeah.
I trust Google too.
Cool. So yeah, there has been a lot of controversy over a highly coveted clothing brand at Target. Susie has the story.
Rush to Target on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I
They
just
bought-
did a package about the Target, people shopping at the Target. Let's take a look.
These women rushed to Target on Sunday morning. They bought every Lily Pulitzer merchandise they could get their hands on, and many went home empty-handed. They could find the similar or even better items in other stores. Why did they choose to wait in endless long line and buy only from Target? Well, the majority of these women fell for the well-executed marketing strategies used by Target and Lily Pulitzer. Although this may look like another success for designer label collaborating with big box retailer, many consumers were frustrated and upset.
I was kind of disappointed in that.
I'm disgusted by it.
People on Twitter also said that Target need to stop humiliating its consumer.
If you do that too many times to a consumer, the consumer is going to get smart to it and they won't shop there or they won't shop those deals.
Guess who's the biggest winner among them all? Oxford Industry, the parent company of Lily Pulitzer. Its stock price shot up to its all-time high on Monday morning. This is Susie Hao for OnCampus.
Yeah.
So what's the controversy with Target here? Because Target's one of these stores that I love, okay? I mean, you go to Target, Target's your one-stop place. You can get everything there.
Yeah, exactly. But what made people upset is that they can't get it. Because since January, they were making all these commercials and did a lot of introduction about this Lily Pulitzer gonna come to Target for a cheaper price. But then people waited on that day to buy, and then they couldn't even get the item. And then, so that's what made people upset. You see the long line, they waited, and then they couldn't get anything.
Yeah.
So
what's cool about it is the colors they're so colorful. So it's just in time for summer. Is it all right if you
Yeah.
switch over to my tablet real
Sure,
quick and
sure.
show some pictures? Yeah,
Oh,
not bad. I mean,
okay.
yeah.
But I bet you can go find something like that in other stores
But it's
too.
not. It's brand
Yeah,
name.
I
I want
mean,
brand name though. Give me
What's
brand
special
name.
about
But
this?
you can go-
You can go to Ross and get it 10 times cheaper probably.
Yeah, but the brand name, the thing is that you can really buy it. If you really like this brand, just go buy it in the regular shop.
Yeah, because they were saying this brand is so in demand that even the daughter of Lily Pulitzer, she could even get order from Target.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy,
yeah,
right?
I know. But that's just a very, very successful marketing.
Yeah. I know some people that work at Target. Maybe I could get my hands on some, sell it on eBay.
No,
We'll
they
see.
say no more. They
No
don't
more?
carry anymore. That's
No.
that's what make people upset. So if you can't get it, you just
Well,
that's it. So
when,
that's
when the next batch happens,
Oh,
I'll have
shucks.
the inside scoop.
that's what they wanted to
Yep.
do.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's very well organized.
Yep.
So when we get back, one of the 90s most loved television shows is coming back from the dead.
Ooh, I wonder what that is.
Also, we have the latest scoop on the scores on the Golden State Warriors playoff game.
Really? Okay.
Council brings arts to local communities and teaching artists into classrooms. Now Californians can contribute directly to the California Arts Council through their state tax returns. See the Arts Council Fund in the contribution section. If every taxpayer gave $1, there would be $15 million for the arts and arts education. So be creative with your state tax return this year and check off the arts.
Hey, welcome back. With us being located in the Bay Area, we're really excited for the Golden State Warriors being in the playoff. Gerard, what's going on with the team?
Well, let's see. Okay, thanks, Susie. It's an exciting time to be a Warriors fan in the Bay Area. They have made it to the playoffs with the record in the franchise history being 67-15. There has already been some upsets this playoff season. However, their coach, Steve Kerr, not winning Coach of the Year, and today it was announced that player Draymond Green did not win Defensive Player of the Year. Even with these upsets, I'm sure the Warriors are gonna go for the gold and win the NBA Finals. We actually have, the scores for tonight. We could try to look it up against the Pelicans, or you could show some video first. Show some video first, yeah. There you go, full screen.
5 for 5 for Golden State.
Some highlights.
Wow. Thompson's hit 3, Curry's hit 2, and this place got quiet quickly.
Awesome.
And a whistle, been pretty clean so far.
Looks like they're not at home right now.
Now, this is a quick release. Feet set. That's what you love about Klay Thompson.
Let's check the scores.
He gets his body square, shoots it, and at his height and his size, it's hard.
To him.
Oh, okay. Number 2.
No, no video. You can check out the score. You can check out the scores.
Oh,
There we go.
gee, I'm feeling so blonde tonight. Well, the score is Warriors 82 and the New Orleans 97.
Oh.
Darn it, Pooh. They're not winning yet.
Yeah, so there's only 7 minutes left.
Yeah, 7 minutes in the fourth
Close.
quarter.
Close.
Yeah. But what I find odd is that,
Not that close.
the Warriors are like the best team. They have the best record right now. And it's weird that if there's politics involved, why, Coach Kerr wasn't able to, win the award. And same with Draymond Green. So what's left now is the MVP. So hopefully our Stephen Curry, will get that.
Yeah, I mean, we can't get upset with these awards because it's really out of our control.
Yeah, that's true. But then the thing is, a lot of times when we watch basketball, it's always like us versus them, because like they're from the Bay, or they play for us, so we're the Bay Area. We want to, beat LA. We always say that, right? So
But it never happens.
But the thing is, it's good camaraderie amongst
Yes,
our.
that's true. That's true.
It's all in good fun, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they win tonight. Very close.
So it seems like throughout the years, the government has been against video games, but now a former White House advisor has come forward and is now promoting them. Justin Peraza has the story.
Just call 911.
Do video games turn people into savage monsters and killers? Well, that's what a lot of people who don't know anything about video games tend to believe. But one guy's asking a much better question. Can video games help people? Mark DeLaura, a former senior advisor for digital media at the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, that's a long title, said that unlike before, where politicians tried restricting video game sales, now the government is more into how games can serve the people. In an interview with Games Industry, Dolores said, "There's an interest in seeing if games can be used to address societal challenges. You don't get a ton of positive stories. They're out there, but they don't get a huge press. That's the challenge, as games are doing more and more great things." He said that conversations are now about issues like getting tax credits to game companies and encouraging others to work in tech industries, including gaming. He also mentioned that USSF Neuroscience Research is looking at games and might get FDA approval on a game to help people multitask. I hope this is true, because this could be a huge step in the right direction. I don't think we need to hear BS like the school shootings at Newtown and Columbine happened because the psychos who did it played Grand Theft Auto and Doom, or Mortal Kombat will make little Timmy think ripping off someone's head is okay. Let's talk about how the Oculus Rift allowed a weakened old lady to feel like she's walking outside. Spread the word that a decade-long study done on thousands of kids proved that games don't make people violent. Hell, I'll say games like Guitar Hero helped improve my hand-eye coordination. At the end of the day, we need to stop finding scapegoats and accept the fact that we are the ones influencing future generations, not the things that we give them. I'm Justin for On Campus. Back to you guys.
Yeah, so games. They're always on, on the news, but then I'm kind of non-judgmental about it because I could see both ways. Sometimes with games, they're pretty violent, so I think kids could be a little bit desensitized to it, but I don't know other than that if it has any other effect, who knows. But the thing is, the positive side of games, like I know with surgeons, when they're practicing on operating, they use these simulations. They're just games.
Exactly.
So it helps them improve their skill. Same thing with driving, or same thing with like, piloting. Now I'm assuming piloting drones now. So it's a good thing because it helps your skills. And for other games, like there's learning games, and other games where like you learn how to problem solve on your own. So if I have a kid, I'd rather my kid play video games than just kind of just watch TV, because the thing with games, they're interactive.
True.
They stimulate the mind, and they're not, yeah.
And of course, well, like back in what was it, the late 80s, early 90s, when they first came out with the virtual reality, that was their whole goal was, educate, teach people so you can do things you haven't done before. And of course, the game industry got a hold of it and went a whole nother way with it. But it's like that was the original intentions.
Yeah. So also I like what Justin said, that we are the one, the people, the parents, the teacher, the people in general, we are the one that influence the next generation. So instead of blaming the game, we should really take on the responsibility, say like, because the kids learn by modeling, right? So they will watch what the parents say and do. So if the parents really don't care about the kids, and then just ask them to play the video game, and then the anger maybe inside them will vent in the
lack of supervision, lack of parental supervision, and the parents not being there to say, don't do this, don't do that. The kids, they just say, here, do this for a while, I'm doing something else.
Yeah, so if the emotionally healthy kids, then I think game is like really make them more healthy.
Yeah, so one more thing real quick. I hope teenagers might get carpal tunnel and whatnot. That's a bad thing.
That's true. And then I have to take a break. Yeah. But it's very hard to take a break.
Real quick too, going back to like the late 80s, early 90s. Remember when they had those like virtual reality games where you walk in there and you put the like little thing over your head.
Oh yeah.
They've got the things in your hands, and you're actually in this like environment. And so what we were talking about. They were planning on using it for the elderly lady who was hadn't been outside in like a long time.
Yeah.
And so she was experiencing walking outside of her house with the virtual reality or whatever they're calling it nowadays.
Yeah.
What
so
are they calling it nowadays?
It's really how we use it, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's how we use it, the game. So if you have a young baby, there is some new technology that might help you sleep better.
Okay, well, they are called smart onesies. Yep, you heard it right. Startup tech companies, Rest Device, have created Mimo onesies with a monitor. The monitor the baby, it monitors the baby's breathing, temperature, movement, and the best part, it will be sent directly to your smartphone via an app. They say they got an app for everything nowadays. So this helps to see what the baby's sleeping patterns are. And if anything happens out of the ordinary, an alarm will ring off on your phone, a loud alarm. So parents out there, you can get some sleep without worrying about your baby throughout the nights. So yes, these probably are those loud alarms on your phone. When they first started the Amber Alert system, they have these like really loud alarms that are like, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think this is gonna be that loud. But I think that what makes this story interesting
it
is
will give
like
the parents the sense and security their baby is safe, that something or someone is monitoring them.
Yeah.
But what I like about it, are the alerts, because sometimes when you just have a regular like video monitor or audio monitor, if they're not crying, sometimes they're just not making noise, but then their temperature is super high. How are you going to know with a video monitor? You're not going to know. So like with these alerts, it's pretty cool. And yeah, because we're on our phones anyways. So I mean, so I think it's a good thing.
Hey Gerard, guess what? Have you heard that famous TV show that's returning from the 90s coming back?
No.
Is it true? Which show is it?
Yeah, that's partially true. To be exact, a spin-off show to Full House is in the works.
Really?
Yep. But what everyone wants to know is, are the Olsen twins joining the cast? The twins said they only learned about the news when John Stamos announced it on the Kimmel Show just like a couple days ago. But since then, they've been in touch with the creators. So far, they haven't ruled it out. Pretty cool. The show will be called Fuller House, but the story will revolve around DJ Tanner and her 3 boys, just like the original with Danny and his 3 girls. The actors that played Kimmy Gibbler, Stephanie Tanner, and Uncle Jesse are on board with this project. As for the rest of the cast, only time will tell. But here's a quick clip just to relive a little bit of nostalgia. Let's watch.
Here you go, Steph. Hot off the press. Your free copy of our school newspaper.
Gee, thanks. News about kids I don't know at a school I don't go to.
Check out my new column, Madame Kimmy's Horoscope. Oh, if the words are too big for you to read, you can always color on it.
Horoscope? What's that, Kimmy? A telescope that can only see your face?
Now, you guys, we have a tweet from a lady named Flo. She says the Olsen twins walked in, dressed in black, smoking, sunglasses on, raid DJ's fridge for wine, then exit. Audience applauds. Hashtag Fuller House.
How rude. So the show is going to be aired exclusively on Netflix next year. The first episode is going to be like one hour special, like a reunion.
It's going to be good to see like all these old characters, like after all this time, see them now, see what they look like, what they're doing.
Yeah. So what's cool about it is that with Netflix, it's they're doing a lot of good stuff because they're taking this spin-off and and I think they're in good hands because they've created a lot of original content like House of Cards and Orange is the New Black. So it's pretty cool that we could watch it streamed and all at once. We don't have to wait Friday night, 8 o'clock on ABC and wait for it. We'll watch the whole thing in one shot if we wanted to. It's pretty fun.
True. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, this is our show for you tonight. Thank you, Gerald and Chris.
You're welcome.
For being on the show with me. And remember, On Campus is on every Thursday night at 8:30. So see you guys next week.